And also when you know essential oils, when you heat essential oils up, it evaporates, it's volatile, right? So it also changes the chemical constituency of the oils when heating it up. So that's why if you're going to use cooked food, it's better to add the oils at the end and not during the cooking process. All right, and yeah, so that's why I like raw. And how I eat raw food is like, for example, this dish is lettuce cups with all these like raw fruits and vegetables, and just a hint of salad cream. It looks very beautiful. You can roll it out, put in your mouth, tasty. And you need to eat very little. It's so high in water content and it's so tasty on its own. Another version, you right, have celery, jicama, cucumbers, zucchini, carrots, everything raw, and just dip with a bit of hoisin sauce and sesame oil. All right, and eating salads is another way of how you can use essential oils and have your food raw. And this is rojak, right? I made this for Mother's Day for my mom. Okay, acar is another appetizing dish that's all raw, and I put a bit of lime, lemon, essential oil. Lemongrass can do as well. Okay, and mix it up. All right, so essential oil, it's best not to pour directly onto the dish. Make sure it's best to actually make sure you really blend it and mix it in. So what I do is I don't directly pour onto my salads. I mix it in, I stir it into the salad dressing, the salad cream, all right, or the vinaigrette or the balsamic vinegar or whatever. Then I drizzle it on. Okay, that way it's better. Otherwise, if you pour directly, you find that especially when you overpour, it's too strong. Okay, and it's also like some portions just overpowering, and other parts you don't taste the oil, right? So another way is to whisk. Right? Whether you're manually whisking it into your baking flour, all right, or your baking mixture, or you are whisking it with you're whisking it into using the machine, right? That's a way of really making sure that the oil disperses itself, right? Another way is to marinate with the oil, okay? And what some of the oils that I marinate with is like oregano, black pepper, rosemary, all the Italian herbs, thyme, right? Lemongrass. These are some. And what's good about marinating with black pepper and oregano is they are like tenderizers as well. They help tenderize the meat, and they help preserve the meat as well. Okay, and cuts away all the stinky smell of pork, mutton, that beefy stench that you get from all that meaty stuff. Okay, and then rosemary. Wow, I tell you, I put it in all my baked chicken, my soups, my salads. Probably one of my favorite food oils. Okay, and so let's look at when you look at this list, you can see that these are all the edible oils that doTERRA has designated. Right, it's quite a long list. Okay, of food supplement oils. Okay, and I will go deeper into it, the categories, the subcategories shortly. And this is how because the last couple of months, the labeling on the bottles has changed. Those oils that are food grade, they have the supplement fact sheet. Okay, and this is how you know that it's safe to cook with, to eat, to ingest, to bake with. And there are some oils that you definitely cannot consume and do not want to consume, and these are some of them, right? Wintergreen, obviously, because with Deep Blue and Wintergreen, they have the child safe cap, right? And actually, honestly, these oils are very pungent and strong smelling, and they don't smell appetizing anyway. You don't want to put them in your food, okay? So just remember, these oils definitely cannot. Eucalyptus, arborvitae, cedarwood, cypress, Douglas fir, spikenard, wintergreen for sure. Not meant for ingestion, not suitable for consumption. Do not feed to your pets, do not feed to your kids or yourself. All right? Okay, one great way to use essential oils is to blend, because put in a blender or food processor, all right? Because that's a way to ensure that oil gets evenly distributed and not just co-regulated. It's very strong and intense in one portion, and the rest of it you don't taste it or don't feel it. And why I like to blend, this is, for example, I like to blend paste, and this is sesame tahini with curry hummus, and I put some lemon and lime as well as turmeric oil inside. Okay, you can add a bit of coriander oil as well, but I find coriander as well as cilantro very strong. So with very strong oils, what you need to do is, what you can do is dip a toothpick inside and then you add it in so that it's not a full drop. Otherwise, it can be so overpowering sometimes. Oregano is another example that's very strong sometimes, so you have to be very careful. And so if you just want to make sure that you don't overdo it, what you do is you could pour it on a teaspoon, and because sometimes the droplets are so big that you end up pouring more than one. Even though you're aiming for one drop, you pour more than one drop by accident. So when you put it on the spoon, you can then control the quantity and the volume, right? And so other than that, that's the toothpick method will then also limit the amount so that you don't overdo the essential oils, okay? So juicing is another great way, right? And this is my mom, where you can see our doTERRA bottles. We cold press every other day, not every day, because juices have a lot of sugars. So once every 2 to 3 days, we'll do a juice cleanse, okay? And we always mix with different fruits and vegetables. And we'll add in the oils at the end, and then I'll make sure I really stir the oils in. Usually I use lemon or xandocrine, as well as DDR prime. Okay, these are my favorite oils to put in my juice. And again, a single or 1 or 2 drops goes a long way. All right, what's the difference between cold pressing and then using a centrifugal conventional juicer, right? Cold press actually uses a lot more fruits, but from it, you also use more juice. Okay, and when it's centrifugal, the whole fruit goes in, so the fiber and the non-soluble fiber, everything goes in. Okay, and there's also less vitamins and minerals because the heat of the centrifugal process destroys the vitamins and minerals, and it tends to separate itself as well. Okay, so what's the difference between insoluble and soluble fiber? You actually need both, right? But in the cold pressing process, all the fiber is stripped away, especially the insoluble fiber. Only very little soluble fiber is retained. The insoluble fiber is removed, but you should still include insoluble fiber in your diet, such as celery, for example, apples. All right, and what this insoluble fiber does is that it can be ingested, but it's not digested by your system. So in your gastrointestinal tract, what it does is it allows your bowels to flow easily. Rather, it helps to form poop, right, so to speak, so that the body can remove the bowels easily. All right. So sometimes also what I do is I like to cold press and squeeze out the extract of the food, so that I have natural food coloring instead of using artificial coloring. For example, this one, the red one is actually beetroot, the orange one is turmeric, the green one is pandan, and the blue one is blue butterfly pea flower. Okay, I also don't waste the fruit. I use the entire skin, the husks, everything. For example, pineapple, you can use the shell, right, to place your pineapple fried rice or whatever food you cook, right? Watermelon salad, this is watermelon feta cheese salad. It's very Mediterranean style with the olives, with the vinaigrette, and walnuts, cucumber, rocket, right? Pumpkin with a mixed pumpkin fried rice with all the mixed vegetables. So I don't waste the coconut husk, the coconut shell. You scoop up most of the coconut flesh and drain it out of the liquid, and you can use it. It's very aesthetic, it's beautiful, so you're not wasting. Okay, and then also you should eat a full rainbow. Okay, and make sure that you have all the colors you ingest, because all the different colors have different vitamins, nutrients, minerals, macronutrients, micronutrients. And this is how I eat a rainbow. For breakfast, I tend to blend yogurt with pink grapefruit, okay, or I blend yogurt with avocado and banana, and I place a lot of fruits and nuts, right? This is actually a gluten-free vegan pizza that I place a little bit of rosemary, thyme, and oregano oil, right? And I bake it in the oven for just 5 minutes. Okay, so it's you can eat it raw, of course, but I just thought to melt the cheese, I need a bit of time for it to heat up so that everything kind of congeals together. All right, and the benefits of a vegan or vegetarian diet is that it's mostly alkaline, which is better for your well-being. And acidic food is very rich in refined, processed stuff, sugars. Okay, that is not so beneficial for your health. that you should try to cut down or limit, right? So you should try to take as much alkaline food. And you notice all the alkaline food is all the fruits and vegetables, okay? And when you take lemon oil, a drop of lemon oil in your warm water, and you drink it down, even though lemon is acidic, in your body though, your body metabolizes it as alkaline, all right? So it changes the constituency of it. So when you eat food that is not good for you, you feel very drained, like char kway teow, laksa, nasi lemak. Of course, they taste very good, but they're not so good for your system. So you feel drained and exhausted and tired easily, right? I especially if it's very starchy and a lot of carbohydrates. So what I recommend is energy boosting food, all right, that actually make you feel good. They give you vitality to go out about your day, to live your best life, all right? And one of my favorites is avocado because it's one of the most nutrient-dense food. It's the most nutritious fruit on earth, okay? And so tasty, it's so creamy, it's a good fat, right? This is how I eat it. I make guacamole, or I make like soft tacos, and all these fruits and vegetables are raw. Okay, I squeeze a bit of lime, add a bit of lime essential oil. Okay, kale is another good food, right? Stir fried lightly or even eaten raw, so nutrient dense, very tasty, very crunchy. Okay, spinach, very, very good for iron, potassium, magnesium, you name it, very nutrient dense. All right, you can raw, fried, also nice, right? Here, okay, the superfoods. I always take superfood supplements, usually in powder or tablet form. Okay, this is my favorite. Spirulina is a blue-green algae, right? One of the most nutritious food on planet Earth. Okay, so nutrient dense, you don't even need a multivitamin anymore. Chlorella, okay. So you can actually blend it into your smoothies, blend it into your breakfast bowls. In this case, it's spirulina mixed with banana and avocado, and I sprinkled coconut flakes, a medley of nuts and blueberries, and this is my breakfast. And this is enough to fill me up until dinner time. Sometimes I can skip lunch, and sometimes all I do is I eat 2 meals, especially during the lockdown. We're not as active, we're more sedentary. You don't need to eat as much as you think. Okay, so this is how I use essential oils in my food, and I'm going to focus on the different essential oils categories. First is citrus, right? They're probably the oils that we are most affordable and we use the most. You add them in your beverages, your alcoholic drinks as mixers. You can add in your desserts, in your cookies, right? And they add this zesty tang. They add a lot. They enhance the flavor, and they naturally smell and taste sweet. So, it's just very they make it very fruity. So they make it palatable, and give you appetite. They make your food very appetizing, and kids love it. So fruit oils, right, are probably one of the easiest oils to use for when you come to culinary creations. Okay, next are the herbs, all the Italian herbs that you put in pasta and pizza and salad, and that you can make a dip with olive oil, and right, Mediterranean style, and it's great for baking. Okay, or also marinating with. So these are all the basil, cilantro, marjoram. Okay, and they smell so good as well. They make your food smell so good. And the thing is that with the dry herb, you need more of those seasonings. With the essential oil, you need less. Remember, essential oils are very potent. So in long run, you actually save money by using essential oils compared to marinating with the herbs. Okay. All right. Next up will be mint, because they help with your digestive system, and they're so refreshing to the palate. Right. They cleanse your palate, and they make your breath smell good. Right. And especially if you're going to eat garlicky food or food with a lot of onion, to balance off as well. Also, what it is that a lot of food, like say Indian food, Thai food, wow, super spicy, right? So that's why they put the yogurts and the mints. So you kind of mix your mint into yogurt to cool your body down. Or what you could do is have a glass of water and add mix sangria or water with lemon peel and mint leaves, and add a drop of mint, peppermint or spearmint, for a refreshing drink, right? Cool you down. All right. I also make drinks with lemongrass and add a bit of either citrus oil or a mint oil. Okay, spices, good for marinades again. Okay, clove, good for all the spicy, Indian Thai food, that pepper, cassia. All right, I also add cinnamon into my breakfast bowl sometimes. Sometimes I like that cinnamon taste. Okay, it's good to bake your baked goods with cinnamon too. All right, cassia is a lot cheaper, of course, but cinnamon is a nicer flavor, right, for sure. And again, you don't need a lot. So what I recommend is again that toothpick method. You don't need to use the entire drop. Sometimes it's too strong. So just dip the toothpick in and then mix it into your paste, your flour, your food that you're trying to create. Okay. All right. Floral oils, honestly, I'm not a fan. Okay. I find that floral oils make my food kind of taste like perfume and or like a shower gel or something. So I just prefer my florals in my bath products and my beauty products and what I put on my face and my spa products rather than what I eat. But then it's again up to you. See, geranium smells and tastes like bandung. So you can kind of use it to create that bandung kind of enhance that, to create that kind of flavor for yourself, right? I don't know about you guys. Some of you, maybe you actually like lavender, the taste of lavender. I personally don't like it, but it's up to you. It's subjective. After all, like, this is like one man's meat is another man's poison, as they say, right? Okay, next up, as you know, that science has told us that 70% of the serotonin is actually produced in the gut. And the latest research has shown that as high as 90%, this is new research. We can't be sure, can't be certain, but definitely a very high percentage. If 70% is created in your gut, if your gut health is not taken care of, you find that you have mood swings, you're very depressed, and it affects your skin condition. It creates a lot of other ailments and diseases in your body, and it depresses your immune system as well. So gut health is very important, all right, because it has to cleanse and detox away so much of the daily food and that we are ingesting every day, and we're getting pollutants from our air, from our food, from our water, especially we eat out. So it's very important to get good digestive enzymes. As you guys know, that fruits help us to digest. And the two fruits that have the most natural digestive enzymes are papaya with pepin and bromelain, all right, from pineapple. And these two fruits are, especially papaya, is very nutritious. Pineapple is very tasty. So I recommend that you eat a little bit of papaya and pineapple at the end of your meal to help you to digest better, especially if you have digestive issues. Okay, next up is the pro and prebiotics. What's the difference? Prebiotics are fodder or food to allow the probiotic bacteria to flourish and grow in your intestinal tract. Right? So examples of probiotics are Japanese miso, Japanese natto, right? Called kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt. Okay, these are good examples of it. Anything that's pickled, okay, kombucha, right? And then prebiotic foods are, banana, all the starchy, sugary stuff, garlic, asparagus, onion. Okay, kimchi. Wow, I love it. Love kimchi. All right, it's one of my most very appetizing to eat. So I like to make kimchi. And then kombucha has been a very popular drink, maybe especially in the wellness arena. You can easily buy one from supermarket. It's not cheap. It's for $8 for like 350 ml. All right, and you also it's not the same when you brew it yourself. When you brew it yourself, it's just a lot tastier. And so there's a lot of health benefits to kombucha, and this is by Dr. George X, who advocates a lot of doTERRA oils. Okay, and this is what he says. This kombucha is good for. It strengthens your immune system, helps you with weight loss, helps with your digestive system, boosts your energy, detoxifies your body, helps with joints, right? Joint inflammation and whatnot. So these are some examples of how I make kombucha. I usually use blue pea flower because it creates that beautiful blue, violet, purple Ribena coloring, as well as papao, right? Which is on the right. I use osmanthus, chrysanthemum, goji berries, red dates, ginseng, as well as jasmine flowers. Okay, and blue pea flower has been lately has a revival. Of course, you use it in Nonya food, and Peranakan food, but lately people have been making a lot of baked goods and putting in all kinds of stuff and drinks as well to create that blue, because it creates that beautiful blue indigo tinge. And people say it's good for hair and eyes. I don't know if it's an old wives' tale, but I found this and it claims to do all these things. I honestly, when I drink tea, blue butterfly tea, I feel good. Okay, it's very light. All right. So you can get all your prebiotics and probiotic needs by the Cleanse and Restore Kit. All right, as well as the digestive enzyme through Terrazyme. Okay, so highly recommend I take it every day. So because you can't be drinking kombucha for every meal. Kombucha is very high in sugar. Right? You can't be drinking juice for every meal as well. Too much sugar. Even though it's natural sugar, it's way too much. That's why you still need to, you also can't be eating kimchi all the time. So that's why you need all the PB axis, GX axis, and Terrazyme to assist you for the other times that you can't be eating yogurt and sauerkraut and kombucha, right? So digestion is a lifesaver for me because when you overeat, when you go to a buffet, or when you have like heartburn or eat too late, you got stomach issues, you ingest digestion. Okay, I know the breath, right? Slim and Sassy to help you to keep slim and lose weight and manages your hunger pangs and activates your metabolism, as well as, and honestly, Slim and Sassy is the tastiest blend that doTERRA has. It smells great. It's so tasty. I like to taste it. I like to eat it. Okay, and yes, it's probably one of my favorite blends that doTERRA has. That and it's just so sweet smelling that I just can't get enough of it. It's probably one of my top favorite oils. All right, I would like to talk about mindful eating. In the past, because I'm so busy, I used to text and eat and gobble my food and not really enjoy it and just not even chew properly as well, or watch television or read a book, all right, and just quickly get eating all the way so I can get back to work. And when you do that, because you don't chew properly and you swallow down the food without chewing, you're gonna get indigestion. And it can hurt so bad when you get heartburn, acid reflux. It can hurt for hours and you can't sleep. So now I don't talk to anyone. I don't text. I eat very slowly. I appreciate and feel the energy of the food. I appreciate the process of it. All right. And I feel that the food tastes better. I eat less as a result and I chew longer. And how I chew is I chew 22 times before I swallow. Not just chew a little bit and swallow like in the past. Right. So this mindful eating practice came as a necessity because I was getting a lot of indigestion and digestive issues. And after I practiced it, and with the addition of digestion and Terrazyme, gone. Those issues were gone. All right. So I just like to remind you guys that your diet is not just what you eat, but also what you ingest through watching, the people around you, what you read. All right. So the energies that's around you that you're infused with, that you're surrounded by, that's also your diet. So it's not your mental diet, your physical. It's not just your what you physically eat, but your emotional diet, things around you are also your diet. Okay, so you have to be very mindful of that. What you're feeding yourself, what you're watching, what you're reading, who are the friends around you, your soul tribe. Okay, and finally, I'd like to end by one of my favorite quotes by the Dalai Lama: "Health is wealth. Health is the true wealth." Okay, then and our health is so directly linked to our food. Food is actually medicine, right? If your diet and your food is correct, then medicine is not necessary. All right. But if your diet is poor, then you're going to spend a lot of time and money visiting doctors, giving you the hospital, and all that prescription medicine is not good for you. That's why we rely on essential oils that's pure and natural. And essential oils becomes part of our everyday life truths. Essential oils are so versatile, right? But so many applications for oils, but one of the best ways is to actually you put it in your food, treat it as food, treat it as medicine. Okay, and I'm not sure whether some of you know, but actually doTERRA is a free to download ebook that teaches you different recipes and how to cook with essential oils. As for myself, some of you have asked me when my to share some of my recipes of the dishes that I made. I'm in the process of making a cookbook. It's taking longer than I expected because I want to do a very good job. I'm making 50 different recipes to give value. So I'll let you guys know if you want to know more, right? Please subscribe to my different social media links. On my YouTube, there's more than 244 videos where I interview various practitioners on health and fitness. And I also talk about essential oils in some of those videos. My Instagram is mostly food pictures and my cooking pictures. And my Facebook page has updates about my upcoming ebook as well as all my upcoming classes. All right. So thank you for listening. Let me know if you have any questions. You can type it in the chat and then Juliana will read it out to me and then I'll answer your questions. Anyone got questions?
Look, so
Yeah.
there is some technical difficulties with Zoom today, and we are left with 2 minutes before it will actually cut off.
So just nice lah. I ended.
Yes.
Right. So and then what you can do is you can put the recording up for those people who couldn't sign in on Facebook and all that stuff.
Yes. Yeah, we could. So everyone, if you want to re-watch this, please go to our doTERRA Singapore Facebook page. You can re-watch this video. Else, you can contact Luke. Luke, is that okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Find me on
cool.
my social media, message me on there, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Share this video, others.
Thank you,
everyone.
Luke.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.